All right, hello and welcome. Merry Christmas. Well, Happy Boxing Day, everybody. Lila, congrats on the 7-stream streak. Wow. You're really going for it. A whole week's worth of my streams spread over 3 weeks. In fact, my internet problems continue, but only at night. Overloaded likely. Probably. Hello and welcome to the Shark Stream. My name is Gage, aka Acid Shark. I will be your host for the evening. And what an evening it will be. We are 100%, without a doubt, no foolin', gonna finish Silent Hill F's true ending run tonight. That is the plan, and I am sticking to it. I'm excited. Because this is as nice as it would have been to have finished it last week and been able to start the UFO ending. It is kind of nice that one of the things that I'm doing to cap off the end of 2025 is finishing up the true ending run of Silent Hill F and starting afresh with the UFO ending. However long it takes me to get that. Hello, Venomlad. Welcome. What's been going on? Okay, so I've had a few streams now where I've kind of talked about like the whole thing with like Larian and a bunch of the other studios, CD Projekt Red, the folks that make Helldivers, for whatever reason, or the Kingdom Come Deliverance Gamergate guy, for whatever reason, all coming out to bat for Larian, and people being like, this isn't the defense you think it is. Now, one thing that kind of like really kind of kicked up with when the whole Larian thing blew up is people looking back at the previous accusations towards Sandfall Interactive, the developers of Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Now, the big thing, if you weren't around for like the first time that this became like a big deal, like this was not new information. Well, not all of it was new information, but this wasn't a new thing with Sandfall Interactive. We've known that for the first week, I think, or so, roughly, or at least the first little while of Clair Obscur being available, playable, etc., etc., there was at least one AI-generated texture present in the game. I believe it was like a poster of something. I don't really remember exactly what it was, but that it was very quickly patched out. And, you know, generally, like, what people said was just like, oh, it was just a placeholder. It was just a placeholder. And admittedly, yeah, no, you really shouldn't use it for placeholder textures either. Now, Sandfall Interactive stayed more or less mum on the subject. They essentially went out of their way not to talk about it. Like, which is odd, given the trend that you tend to see with a lot of like game developers where they are very ready to talk about it, which is strange to me. But, you know, I was talking the other week about like, why didn't the dudes from Larian just lie? And it would appear at first glance, if you didn't know anything better, also hello Kale, hello AK4, it would appear at first glance, if you didn't know any better, that Sandfall Interactive was more or less doing just that. It's more of a bio mission kind of thing, but like they just were shutting up, not talking about it. Fast forward a few weeks, and in an interview with, I guess, a French newspaper or magazine or something regarding the game, the subject of the use of AI-generated assets in development came up, and whoever they were interviewing from Sandfall Interactive said yes. at a point in development, AI generation tools were utilized. I don't know the specifics of it or like what specifically was said. It was translated from French, as far as I'm aware. There is not like an official English translation of the interview, as far as I'm aware. But this kicked up a whole nother storm. And Sandfall Interactive continued to not really say anything about it. Up to and including when the 2 awards that they had won at the Indie Game Awards were stripped from them. Best Debut Game, which ended up going to Sorry We're Closed, which very much deserved. I do want to get back to that game at some point. And then Indie Game of the Year going to Blueprints, which I've heard really good things about. I'm not a big, like, roguelite guy, so I haven't really delved into it. But from what I understand, it's very, like, kind of like roguelite Myst. Which, I'm also interested in Myst, but it's neither here nor there. So, Blueprints is sort of roguelite, but it's also, you can get royally screwed just because the item you need isn't spawned on the run. Oh, yeah. Ah, yeah. I've heard it's good, though. It's not really a sort of thing I would play. So, Sandfall Interactive, again, didn't really say anything. Fast forward a little bit more, and a special interview with the developers at Sandfall Interactive is held that a number of streamers are given the opportunity to sit in on. And during this stream, the topic of the use of AI-generated tools and art, hello Zilla, welcome, is brought up. And this is where things take an interesting turn. Now, I previously talked about how, like, I will generally accept I have a begrudging acceptance in situations where AI-generated assets are used and then removed. At, like, generally this happens after, like, some insistence by the audience. And then I dislike when studios are just like, hey, even though we used AI-generated assets, our games are made by people, because I find that spineless. But we now need to add a bit of a corollary to that. Because at first blush, the way that Sandfall Interactive answers this kind of sounds like they're doing the whole, like, oh, it was made by people, ultimately. But what they also bring up is that, yes, they did try using some AI image generation back in 2022 when they started development. Which, we talked about this, like, a couple streams ago. Prior to 2023, when we had, like, a, like, clear idea of exactly what the cost of AI-generated images were, I wouldn't say everyone was using it, but there was a good amount of people who know better now. So they admitted that, yes, back in 2022, prior to basically how much anyone knew about the cost of this technology, they did use it to make a few placeholder assets, and ultimately found that they didn't like it. They thought it's kind of, they didn't like the results, they didn't like using it, and they opted not to use it for the rest of development. Also, this is why placeholders should be neon pink. Exactly. And then they mentioned that just like, yeah, one of the things that we did generate at that time that we had done as a placeholder did end up making it into the final game, and it was removed a few days after launch. So, now we have a more or less clear idea of what happened. Now, I'm not saying that everyone needs to like Expedition 33, or that everyone needs to accept this explanation. But, and I'm going to go ahead and get the game started here while I'm getting into this last part. There is something about their explanation that I do want to kind of point out. Something that is different from the explanations that we... Oh. I was not playing this prior to stream. Oh, this has quick resume. Okay. Hold on. Let's get a fresh start here. So there's something present in this particular explanation, this particular answer. Or I guess there's something missing, I should say, that you normally see when people are confronted about this. They didn't glaze the AI tools. Like, generally, when you see, like, anytime, like, somebody is, like, called out for using AI and they pull the, like, our games are made by people defense. When they're called out for using AI and they use the our games are made by people defense, they'll generally also say something about how, like, listen, this is the future of game development. You're kind of getting mad at us for something that everyone is already using. And trying to, like, defend their usage of it as a, like, listen, this is the future. We're just getting a leg up on the future. Sandfall came out and outright said, we used this a few times, didn't like how it turned out, decided not to use it again. Didn't go to bat for the AI, didn't go to bat for, like, didn't try to, like, defend any sort of usage there. Hello, Xanda. Didn't go to bat for the AI, didn't defend their usage, outright said, this did not produce the kind of results that we wanted. We were not happy with what we got from it. We decided not to use it for the remainder of development. Like, that's a big deal. Like, that's kind of a big deal in terms of, like, the discussion around the use of AI-generated assets in game development. The fact that we have the guys who made one of the best games of 2025 saying, yeah, we didn't like it. We didn't like it. We would not use it again. We're not planning to use it again. We don't know what the future holds for game development, but by God, we're not fucking using the fucking AI again. Tell you that much for free. And I appreciate that. Every time you brought up the it's made by people defense, I always went back to Sandfall. Mm-hmm. Ugh. So I have seen the discussion around... We forgot about it even. Well, because again, this actually only happened, like, relatively recently. Like, hold on. I've got the video that most people have been, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Citing up here. This video was uploaded 4 days ago. It seems like a genuine apology. The fuck is a Sandfall? Sandfall Interactive are the developers of Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Final French to see. JRPG. You can't actually do, like, J apostrophe RPG because R is a consonant. Je suis good. That's good. That's good. I like that. And I'm still on the opening of that genuinely gorgeous game. I need to play more of it. Yeah, it's not everyone will be pleased for Kid's situation, but it's very different from all the other AI gaming things going on as well. 100%. 100%. I have seen like discussion, like I think what we're probably going to see is a lot of like just the discussion, like the bringing up of Expedition 33 in that discussion, just kind of like petering out. Which, look, I'm not saying that everybody who was like giving Sandfall flack for an AI generated asset making it into the final version of their game needs to like owes them an apology. I'm not saying that. Again, they probably should have been like a little bit more what's the word I'm looking for? Vigilant? No, I saw some shit thrown at Sandfall for AI. No, absolutely. Like I said, I'm not saying everyone needs to apologize to them for it. And like look, listen. This whole thing with generative AI, like the people love to bandwagon the hate. I know some people jumped on it because they hate the game. It strikes me as we stop using it, so what's the big deal? Oh wait, oh no. I think stripping them of their indie awards was important. 100%. No, absolutely. Like, because I think, if I recall correctly, the thing with the Indie Game Awards was that they told the Indie Game Awards that their game did not include AI. And I mean, if it's used at some point in development, that is something that is probably like if they were upfront with it to begin with and like fully explained like how it ended up being used and exactly like what step of development, like how it affected development, if at all, like that would be one thing where it's just like maybe there would have been like a discussion there in all likelihood. But again, they were mum on the subject. You know what would have happened if they said how much they disliked AI early? They would have lost investor. They would have lost subscriber. But like they were mum on the subject for so long. And like you're right, it definitely seems like they just kind of like didn't consider it worth bringing up because they stopped using it so early. But you know, like it's something, it should be something that is like disclosed, like especially if you're talking for an awards show that has a specific stipulation about that. You need to say something. Pillar covered in newspapers. Yeah, I remember. I had a point I was trying to get around to here. Hold on. Right. So I'm not saying that everybody needs to apologize. Like, I think some of it is generally like the AI shit, like it has a lot of us out here being hyper vigilant, and that's not always a good thing, because like you hear horror stories all the time of people being accused of using AI when they don't. Their art just looks like the kind of style that people who do generative AI are like constantly trying to emulate. You've got people seeing like cute animal videos and like being concerned, like, is this AI? Am I being fed slop from the slop troughs? And it's this feeling that like you can't trust what you're being shown anymore. Like I kind of talked about this a little bit when I discussed like the time that I was on in the chat for Caramiella's stream, and I was talking about like my writing, and like she outright thanked me for, or she talked about like how good it was to see somebody who is like actually like writing using like their own ideas and like structuring the story on their own without using like ChatGPT or something. And like, if you recall, it confused me to even be brought up, but like at the same time, like I get it, you know? Like, it seems like bare minimum, and it is, but even bare minimum is tough for some people out there to hit these days. I'm sad that we live in a day and age where, much like goon, the word slop is now linked to negative or disliked things. I yearn for the days it was combined with its BFF, Toppy. True. True. I still lost my train of thought there in the middle of that. So, I don't blame people for being hypervigilant. I don't blame people for having a zero tolerance policy. I don't. Like, quite frankly. It's kind of like that thing where, like, we lost the particular, like, ecosystem for, like, Reddit atheists, and then that allowed, like, religious fundamentalism to, like, grow a little bit out of control. And it's just like, no, actually, they kind of filled a very particular niche in the internet ecosystem, and we might be worse off without them. It's not to compare people that have a zero tolerance policy for AI generated stuff to Reddit atheists, but it's a similar sort of idea where it's just like, no, you do need some people out there who have like a zero tolerance policy for this sort of thing, but you need to be careful. Like, there's that fucking Blue Sky account that popped up, the Slop Detected account, and like it got a little bit of play kind of early on, but like a day after it gained like real prominence, I saw people saying like, hey, I'm actually not going to follow or share anything from that account, because just like it seemed like immediately they were calling things out based on vibes, which is bad. You can't just call things out based on vibes. You do need hard evidence that this shit is being used. I have seen at least one person who was just like, hey, I still don't like the game because I don't like its graphical style, but at the very least, like, it's human-made, like, graphical style that I hate, and it's just like, you know what? I respect that. That's fine. Okay, can we talk about the funniest E33 take, which is... You mean to tell me people won't abuse an easily abusable thing? Impossible. This game sucks. Why isn't Arc Raiders winning GOTY? Ugh. Which is funny, because Arc Raiders is known to be using AI-generated assets. So that's almost worse. That being said, there is that one streamer who I nearly hit the left bumper to use my, like, Survivor sense. I've been playing a lot of Tomb Raider 2013 recently. When AI was only used to make Will Smith eat spaghetti, Pepperidge Farm remembers. It makes me think that people don't actually care about the Gen AI stuff and have alternative motives. This was nearly using a red pill. Oh, god damn it, lol. Ah. Oh, fuck. We're off to a good start. So how's Hinako going? Hinako's going good. This run, see, Hinako has a really cool sword in her pocket that Gage never uses. It's true. It's right here. This run seems to have a lot of focus on Hinako's relationship with her parents. In particular, just kind of like the way that like her relationship with her parents around the time of her marriage kind of evolved. We also learned that the debt that her father is effectively selling her off for is because her mom might have a brain tumor and the medical bills are really piling up. I'm kind of curious though, what do people want AI to do / be? Like, as crappy as people have been who abuse it, it feels like can't put the genie back in the bottle thing, and at most we can only scream it for it to be regulated at most. So a lot of people have pointed out that like there are lots of folks who said the same thing about like the metaverse or NFTs, just kind of in general. There is a possible future where, because like already people don't like AI stuff, like on the whole, you know, like every week we're getting like multiple news stories coming out about how like AI is like a money pit. It's not making back the money that they thought it was going to, despite like they're trying to put it in everything and people just straight up are not using it. I saw one kind of analysis of it that like this likely isn't going to be like a bubble that pops necessarily, but there probably is going to be some kind of like downward spiral. Realistically speaking, the kind of thing that people want AI to be is essentially just stuff we already had. And that worked just fine. You know? Like, for God's sakes, people just use it as like a search engine. Only instead of getting like a link to the result for what they're looking for, they're getting like a generative text machine that spits out an amalgamation of all the top results at you, regardless of like how accurate those results are.
It's made its way in here.
Sounds about right. Yeah. Very funny headline where 87% of gamers polled responded that AI was strongly disliked. Yeah, pretty much. Like, really, that's just kind of what it comes down to, is just, like, a lot of, like, the developers that are, like, pushing this are probably pushing it based on, like, investor interest, because, like, they were, like, we're talking about, like, investors being sold that AI was, like, the next big thing, and then, like, it's very clearly, like, crashing out around them, and so they're trying to, like, get people to, like, you need to push AI, you need to push AI, you need to say that it is, like, the next, like, the next generation of game development. And like you can kind of see like a difference between like the people who are like genuine evangelists for this sort of thing and the people who, like, seem like they're only going to bat because, like, they're pretty much contractually obligated to. Like, the level 5 guy saying that, like, oh yeah, 80 to 90% of our games are going to be programmed with are going to be made with generative AI, you know? And, based on screenshots I've seen, he's posting through it. Oh boy. So that doesn't seem to be going well for him in the court of public opinion. And then it's not even just like, it's because you have to think there's people who hate it because the products that it makes suck. There's people who hate it because, like, it is infecting all of the stuff that they use without giving, like, any sort of, like, real benefit. There's people who hate it for the environmental impact and the fact that it is poisoning, in a lot of cases, poor black communities, because that's where these data centers are being made, that are just, like, spewing out all sorts of, like, awful shit because of, like, their power consumption. And now we're getting into companies buying up computer parts that have not been made yet to use in data centers that have not been built yet for a product that is constantly in the news for how much money it's losing. And thus, the price of computer parts is going up. At this point, it's money laundering almost. Welcome back, NFTs. Basically. One could go so far as to say that it's kind of embarrassing. So I'm gonna be interested to see who's going to be in here. Yeah, we know. Shu, Sakuko, Rinko, all dead. Hang on. Hang on is right.
Why did it have to come to this?
It's Hinako, she's back! About time! We've been waiting for you!
Is the dialogue with the parents going to be different? That's what I'm curious about.
Hinako! You are late! Finally! We're about to get started here! What did you say? Doing, Ganda! You're the best! Okay then. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare to witness a master with a blade! Yo! Don't disrespect me!
That's different. Okay. She recognized it's not Kanta. Yep. That's different. Because I think, like, previously it was always, like, rage at her parents, but now she's just like, leave my parents alone. Also, back to the topic earlier, was this about her mom having a tumor? So we found a list of medications that her mom was prescribed earlier in the game. And there has been one or two mentions of, like, uh, uh, fucking, what's it called? Symptoms related to brain tumors. We had we had the assumption that Hinako with the brain tumor. Yeah, because the symptoms just like all headaches and everything and hallucinations, which it seemed like that's what Hinako was dealing with. Um so on this run, we've actually learned a lot more about the circumstances surrounding Hinako's parents. Like, the reason her father is in so much debt constantly is because he was supposed to open a restaurant with a friend of his. But then the friend ran off with all the money, leaving him with just debt. Um, which is likely why he married off Junko. And then it turned out that Hinako's we found a note while we were going through the house that was like, I think from Hinako's uncle, that was basically, hey, I'm sorry about Kimie. I think Kimie is her name, right? I'm sorry about Kimie. Um, and then when we got to the cutscene in Rinko's room just before we got to this boss fight, where, you know, there's the in Hinako's room, where there's the confrontation between the two Hinakos that is kind of supposed to set up like where the end of the game is going. Um, we also had a cutscene with Hinako's mother where it was kind of this thing where like we always sort of assumed like, oh, Hinako's mom constantly like is subservient to her father and submits to him constantly. Um, but then we have this conversation with Hinako's mother, and she sort of reveals like, hey, I have a lot more power over your father than you realize I do, and I am the only person that he's ever apologized to. But he unfortunately feels as though, because it's again, it's all going back to the societal like pressures and everything, right? It's all going back to societal pressures. Kanta feels that his daughters need to respect him, and he thinks that the only way that they can respect him is through fear, is if they fear him. This is obviously some toxic masculinity nonsense, but again, societal pressures. Um, And what we get when we finally get to Hinako's room just before the boss fight is we get a cutscene of Kanta apologizing to Hinako for how he's treated her and the position that he's put her in. And it's there that he reveals that the reason that he had to marry her off in the first place is not because of the debt from his partner running out on him for the restaurant, but because of the debt incurred by the medical expenses for her mother. And yeah, Kale's right. Not just apologizing. He's on his knees, sobbing and begging for forgiveness. Which is completely unlike the Kanta we've seen up to this point. And the conversation there between the two Hinakos is interesting. Because the ultimate kind of like conclusion that Hinako herself comes to in seeing this scene is you don't need to forgive him. He has done terrible things to you. He is not necessarily worthy of forgiveness for the fear that he put into you, for the trauma, for everything he's done. But at the very least, you should hear him out. I missed all that because Twitch Daddy said it was time to invest in prize picks and day trading. Hinako's mother isn't as weak and subservient as she thinks she is. Hinako's father thought the only way he could gain respect from his daughters was through fear. Prior to Hinako's wedding day, he goes to her begging, pleading, sobbing on his knees for her forgiveness, revealing that the reason that he had to sell her off for the arranged marriage is because of her mother's medical expenses. And given the like one or two hints that we got... Kale, thank you for the gift sub. Venom Lag, go ahead and give the stream a quick refresh so that you can make sure that you get around those ad breaks. Let me know when you're back. Kale has given 37 gift subs in the channel. Huge, huge. Wait, I did. Oh, I started the hype train during Dead Space. And I used to be people saying, "Oh, gosh darn nice to me." But given like the handful of references to like brain tumor symptoms that we've gotten, the list of drugs from the pharmacist that we know Kimie picked up, and the fact that you've got Kanta admitting that she's had to undergo some pricey medical procedures, we can probably infer pretty readily that her mother has some kind of like brain tumor. So let's go ahead and kick their ass.
We don't have a choice. It's a woman's role in society.
You dare defy your parents like this?
Why are you doing this, Hinako?
Don't you dare give me that look! How you treat your father! Show some gratitude! We raised you!
This is all for you, Hinako!
I know who my parents are. You can't ruin my view of them.
Interesting. I'm gonna eat some Koban real quick.
Where do you think you're going?
Nice try.
You know nothing of a parent's struggles! You're a failure!
That was framed very differently. Where this is less Hinako fighting her parents directly and more Hinako fighting this like twisted view of them. We talked about how parts of the Dark Shrine could potentially almost be a degree of manipulation in terms of like, okay, so emotional abuse, right? one of the things that, like, manipulative abusers will do is they will cut a person off from their support system, turn them against their friends, their family, etc., etc. And we talked about this as potentially being, like, part of what might be happening in the Dark Shrine. Like, it's a metaphorical Hinako cutting off the past for one reason or another, or, like, I think if we want to do sort of like a more quote-unquote literal metaphor, Hinako kicking people out of her wedding. This seems to be in the same vein, where, like, now we're kind of getting this sense that this is not Hinako's literal parents. It is someone or something trying to pervert her view of her parents. Which, yes, will make this next cutscene very interesting. Because it does mean that it is the Dark Shrine Hinako doing to her parents exactly what she had just done to Shu, Rinko, and Sakuko. Is that why the image of her parents goes back to being humans for the sake of fog monster cope? This game, it has lots of twists and turns. It sure fucking does.
Please, drink this. It will ease your pain.
It's interesting that the true ending doesn't seem to come down on one side or the other of, like, Ebisugaoka versus Dark Shrine.
But you're doing well so far.
Given that it is pushing this idea of, like, true happiness being the ability to choose your own path. Because that is consistent with the previous two endings that we've gotten, essentially being either Shu or Kotoyuki making the choice for Hinako.
I feel like it's only a matter of time.
I will not allow that to happen.
Ease my pain or gain me pain? Pain me gain. Pain gain. Do 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 do
You've
do
got
do.
some of your color back. It's beginning to take effect.
The drugs, I mean.
What is this?
A filtered mixture of the rice and water offered to ancestral spirits. It contains a divine power.
That sake is super drugged. Chug, 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 chug. Oh yeah, nothing like getting crunk after murdering my friends. Jesus.
I can stand now. Thank you very much.
Very well. Be careful. Now, I have one more thing to show you, if you'll follow me.
Okay.
Another thing that's going to be very interesting as part of this. Funny you say that, since I was watching another streamer earlier play 50 Cent Bulletproof. I should replay 50 Cent Blood on the Sand sometime. That game is genuinely a lot of fun. Another scene I can think of, because, like, so far, like, the house was super interesting in terms of, like, the new stuff that we got involving Hinako, her mom, her dad, all the new files that we found. I'm really looking forward to when Ebisugaoka Hinako ends up in the Dark Shrine and has her cutscene with Junko. Because I feel like that's where we're going to kind of get, like, a much clearer indication of exactly what that doll is. I need to be right back. Natalie messaged me a little bit ago to... Oh, did stream die? I don't think so. I've still got full connection. Might just be Kale. You're back? Okay. I gotta be right back real quick. Natalie messaged me a bit ago. Apparently her phone went off, and I just need to go ahead and check that for her. So I will be right back. 1 second. Alright, I'm back. I got a copy of Superman. I gotta put in the Movies Anywhere code. Hold on. Okay, we just gotta go to... Natalie's doing good. She got a text message from one of those, like, meal services that, like, they send you, like, the pre-prepped portions and everything. She had one that she used for a little bit and decided, like, not to move forward with it, and they just keep sending her messages. Okay, so we gotta go wb.com/redeem movie. And we gotta put in the code. Everyone needs to wait while I do this. We'll redeem it. Redeem it through Movies Anywhere. Superman. Oh hey, Shazam! Fury of the Gods is on sale for $7.99. What a deal! What? That seemed pretty straightforward. I feel that I signed up for text to see if the price would ever go down on them little tiny ceramic houses you put spices in, and they never do. Tragic. So I hope everybody had a good Christmas. I got a few good stuffs. My Nintendo Switch library has expanded somewhat at this point. I now have more of an obligation to get back to playing Zelda games. Because I did get Age of Imprisonment for Christmas. Got a nice sweater and on-call issues. I do remember that. Yeah, work gave me a $35 Steam gift card for working on Christmas and Boxing Day. Nice. I also got a package from friend of the stream Zilla today. With the copy of Gex Trilogy. That they were nice enough to pick up for me at the physical limited run games store. I wanted this physical copy of it because it's like an event exclusive version that has the Amano art for the box art, which the normal standard edition of this game has like different art, and originally the Amano art was only available for like the special edition versions. So I had mentioned to, because Zilla is localer to the store. Uh, I had mentioned, and I knew this, and I had mentioned to Zilla, like, oh yeah, you know, they're having like a big like anniversary thing going on a couple months ago, like their 10th anniversary or something, and they said that they were thinking about potentially going, and I was just like, hey, if you go, can you pick me up a copy of Gex Trilogy? So I've got that on hand now, so maybe I'll finally finish the Gex playthrough. I still need to finish Deep Cover Gecko. I would need to catch up to where I stopped on stream. So that would just mean playing more Gex. Sex God Gex is officially in the house. Now I just need to wait for like a good copy of their Bubsy collection. And also Bubsy 4D. And also I would probably end up getting... It's so weird to think... I was so tempted to send my PS1 copy with it. Aw yeah, say Gex. You know it. We all want the gecko deep in the covers. So a couple days ago, or a couple streams ago, I don't care if you already have this, the one where he's James Bond. I think that's Deep Cover Gecko. So I think that's the third game. Technically, I've got all of them. Like, I was originally playing those via friend of the stream Opal's PS3, which I had been borrowing. Because those were available to purchase for the PS3 on the PSN store. So that's how I had been playing those. So I did not have a physical copy of Deep Cover Gecko. It is so funny to me that Embracer Group was just like, yes, sell us the IDOS properties. We want Tomb Raider. We want fucking Deus Ex. Give them. You can keep Gex though, and like Gex was not included in the selling of like the IDOS properties to Embracer Group. It's so funny. I have it because Rental Place closed down like 15 years ago, but never played it. I had a couple games like that for the Sega Genesis when I was a kid. I remember there was a game and movie rental place in the local Stop and Shop where I was growing up. Back in Ye Olden, Massachusetts. And I remember renting... What did I rent? I rented Toe Jam and Earl, the first one, and the game Cool Spot, featuring the spot from the 7-Up logo. And I had those games in my possession when that little kind of like in-store rental place closed down, and I never ended up returning them, so it's just like, I guess these are just mine now. So I mentioned a couple streams ago that I had... Oh, fuck me! Okay.
What a lively looking painting.
If you're in town with the crest 3 show allows you to be in your heart. Let the line of foxes guide you off the crest and lay bare your soul. 2 chicks confide in one another in their shells. A fox watches over them in the light of his lantern. Nobody knows when or even if the eggs will hatch. Not even the chicks themselves. Okay. So many holes to fill. And normally I'd find that exciting. Language my 3 kids are watching. Back in the days of yore, everybody loved the Fox Mural and was an enjoyable part of all of our playthroughs. A couple days ago, or a couple... Heckin' dang nation. A couple streams ago, I mentioned how...
Incredible. All of them.
I had kind of, like, fallen off Zenless Zone Zero pretty hard. Like, I haven't done the most recent MSQ update. I haven't been, like, logging in to, like, do dailies or, like, limited events or anything like that. I just really haven't wanted to, you know? I'm gonna take this. The time for rebirth is now. Respect us, serve us, become the good and clever woman you ought to be. And if you recall when I was discussing this, like, my concern was, like, this is either me finally being released from the grip of gacha, or I'm potentially falling into a depressive episode, where things that once brought me joy, no longer do so. So my ultimate thought was basically like, okay, the way that I would know for sure if this is like something I need to be concerned about is whether or not like another game can keep my attention, you know? Like she's not goodly clever. Rooting for your gacha escape. Delightful irony that the final meal for the image is your persona. I did not put that in the image. It's unfortunately not sized properly to the image. And, it proved a bit too difficult for me to, like, find the proper sizing. Unfortunately. Let me go ahead and get rid of one of these. So I'm happy to report that I have actually had a bit of luck in terms of, like, playing other things. Recently, so, as you may have heard, during the Game Awards, they announced another, new pair of, Tomb Raider games. Legacy of Atlantis and Cataclysm. And ever since then, as well as ever since finishing Season 2 of Tomb Raider, The Legend of Lara Croft, I have been kind of, like, itching to replay the Survivor trilogy. And I got a little bit of a push towards that from a mutual of mine on Blue Sky, Rita Snep on Blue Sky.
Black Sparrow.
Don't ask me how somebody who has 4,000 followers somehow finds me worthy of following. I don't always understand that sort of thing myself. But it's neat. She had also started like looking at like a lot of like older Tomb Raider stuff, including like posting some like screenshots and clips from games in the Survivor trilogy. And it finally got me to the point of just like, oh, what if I just started playing Tomb Raider 2013? Every time you say Survivor Trilogy, I think of the theme from the reality TV series. Realize your good fortune. This miracle is more than you deserve.
Gratitude isn't something you demand.
Ooh, cracks are forming in the facade. Draw another Omamori. Daisy. Sanity. Oh! We got all of them. From the Hokuda. We haven't found all of them. Sanity and stamina are unlimited, but Hinako will die instantly from any physical damage. Holy shit. Fucking Hinako must die challenge. Just don't get hit. Just don't get hit, forehead.
The banquet. Has it come to a close?
Might as well take the opportunity to top off. Okay, now hold on, because I always fuck this one up. Hello. Please, baby, please, baby, 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 please. Give me some candy. Fuck, yes. All right, cool, cool, cool. Kudzu tea. Hold on. I'll drop that divine water. Arare. Arare. Don't need it. I think that's blood, not strawberry syrup. You know what? You may be right. I got a feeling. Okay, now we need to find the right one here. Maybe this one? Nope, wrong one. Shit. Okay. This is like a Lost Woods situation where you need to choose the right door. It's monster time. Yeah, exactly.
This isn't the right way. is it?
It does not seem to be, Hinako. Maybe just straight ahead? Okay, yeah. Hey, big man. I should probably suck this man's soul. Okay. So where was I? Alright, so Tomb Raider Survivor Trilogy. So I started playing Tomb Raider 2013. I'm actually nearly done with it. And it's been a lot of fun. I really like that game. I have issues with it. As do most people who are familiar with it, I would assume. But I do actually have a lot of fun with it. The entire trilogy, honestly. So it's going to be fun to revisit Rise and Shadow as well, ahead of Legacy of Atlantis. Ow. Bitch. Oh, fuck. Hinako, you're such a drama queen. She's being stabbed. The way she screams those grapples is rough. It is. All the more reason just don't get grappled, idiot. It really is just a case of don't get grappled, forehead. Alright, let's drop one of the first aid kits. That's fine. Just tech the throw, idiot. She's all like, wow, wow, I'm being stabbed. But yeah, it's nice to, like...
Innocent and afraid.
Like, this kind of goes back to tie it back to the AI stuff. This kind of goes back to just, like, the whole, like... what will you do when, like, every game every new game released has some degree of AI, generative AI development in its development, and it's just like, bro, I got so many old games that I am, like, have not played or am willing to play again. Like, I am playing a game from 2013 and having a hell of a time. What will you do when every game has AI? Man, I'll go play Deltarune again. True. I can't believe that Tenna is canonically an ass man. I can actually believe that. Scroll of Discipline! With her blood shall our clan prosper, may our ancestors rejoice.
Am I just soil in which you can sow your oats? Don't be ridiculous.
Uh-oh. Have you seen how tight those pants are? Of course he's an ass man. Said on B-Sky, but one of these tech bros really will end up stumbling into making Shodan GLaDOS some random killer AI. They won't. They wish they could. Believe me. They desperately wish, because, like, that's the, like, okay. So there's this dumb fucking thing called Roko's Basilisk, right? It's the... Okay, we have to talk about Pascal's wager real quick. Right? Okay. So, Pascal's wager, if I remember correctly, I'm probably going to simplify this, but it's the idea of we have no way of knowing whether or not God is real. So your best option is to live as though God is real. And worst case scenario, you've spent your life being a good person. Again, pretty simplified, but that's effectively what Pascal's wager is. And then, years and 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 eons later, some dude in a forum comes up with Roko's Basilisk, which is essentially the idea of, like, at some indeterminate point in the future, there will be an AI that has true sentience and will be considered a potential threat to humanity. And people who take Roko's Basilisk at face value believe that the best hope for humanity is to not impede the creation of this AI, but to hasten it, in the hopes that doing so will allow them some kind of, like, good graces for this killer AI. Which kind of results in a lot of these dudes being, like, weird, like, apocalypse accelerationists vis-a-vis AI. They're all idiots. But it's basically the idea of, if the idea of an AI that hates humans is inevitable, it's better to work towards its creation in the hopes that you will be spared, rather than try to impede it and thus incur its wrath. And once you understand that this is a real thing that people actually believe, a lot of tech bro nonsense makes sense. Scroll of Discipline. Come close. Women must submit to men. Kotayuki is still but a fledgling. Come and we shall treat you as we see fit. Look into my eyes.
Stop.
Jesus. Alright. A lot of stuff here of, like, the family pushing this. Oh, that's way worse. Oh, shit. I want you to die quickly.
Get out.
Good talk, everybody. Oh, we need to open this bitch as soon as possible. Okay.
Junko.
Forgive me for interrupting.
Oh,
But I
hey.
wish to speak with Hinako for just a moment.
This conversation should be interesting.
May I?
Of course.
This would seem to imply that Kotayuki is being strung along on this just as much as Hinako is. Just putting that out there. There's the possibility he's also a victim.
It's still alive, isn't it?
Yes.
Finish it.
What do you...
Regrets are not resolved quickly. That is why you were given time. Don't tell me you think you can let it exist like this. I will not stand for this childishness. Kill it. Do it.
I think this one is actually the same as
Shall
last
I
time.
Give you two a bit more time?
No, no. You've given us plenty.
Thanks, sis.
Thank you, truly.
Did you have a good discussion?
Oh my god, Lila, you can't just ask people why they're white.
Then we should press on.
Gage, why are you white? Yeah, she has always looked like that. Her skin's always been, like, very, like, pallid and scarred up.
This must be... your insignia.
I keep hitting left bumper. Left bumper in Tomb Raider 2013 is like your fucking detective vision or whatever. Highlights things in the environment, so I keep hitting it because I've been playing Tomb Raider 2013 almost non-stop the last couple days. Because getting married is like dying, get it? Oh, we're bringing it back! We're going all the way back to, like, run number 2 theories. It's all connected. But Zilla, to answer your question, yeah, they just can't stand up to their manufactured bullies because they're all a bunch of fucking losers. Anyway. But yeah, so Tomb Raider 2013 isn't the only game I've been playing recently. I did actually finally go back to Ace Attorney Investigations 2, which I stopped playing a while ago because I just kind of stopped playing it. And I knocked out a few chapters of that game the other day. And that game's really good. I don't know if you know this. Ace Attorney's a good series. Damn, first try. I didn't even need to look that one up. That was... Whoa. Go me. Okay, clap. Everybody clap. Everybody needs to clap now. Wait, did you actually not look that up, or was that a bit? No, I actually didn't look that up. I kind of thought that maybe that was the solution way back when I first read the clue, and I'm just like, oh, it's probably here, here, and here. So I just did that first thing. I'm just like, oh, it was right, actually. Cool. Did I fight Rinko already? I think I did. I think that was last stream.
This is yours.
Or 2 streams ago? I don't remember. I definitely fought her.
Now you as well.
I have fucking peanut brittle. Holy shit, hold on. I got peanut brittle for Christmas. I was so excited. Fucking love peanut brittle. Where are my peanut brittle enjoyers at? Oh, it's getting stuck in my teeth, though.
Now then, shall we begin?
Yeah. Come on, Rinko. We've done this like 4 times now. I am now craving the brittle. The peanut brittle is courtesy of my parents. The fucking vine boom gets me every time!
This is
Shut
the
up with the
final
vine boom!
You have done well to accompany me this far.
Rinko, I probably did.
It's because of you that I made it here.
Yeah, see, hold on. Oh, he is just completely faded off his rocker. Alright.
Soon, all will be complete.
Yes. Almost done.
Like a void stranger has metal pipe.mp3. Skip to the chapter of Resolve? Nah! We're gonna see this all the way through. What was it I watched recently? Oh, right! Fucking Predator Killer of Killers has that scene at the end of like the goddamn like feudal Japan sequence where like the Predator's death is accompanied by like fart with reverb. That's real, by the way. Killer of Killers is so fucking good, and it's so fucking funny that they put fucking fart with reverb in there. It's so weird that Predator Badlands is not up for pre-order yet. I have made something very important. It's 3 asterisks. Oh, wait, no, don't skip. Here we go. Vine boom, the clip. I figured that's what it was. Uh-oh. We are under fucking siege.
Oh, please. How much more do you have to torture me before you're happy?
Maybe a little bit more.
Why are you doing this?
New dialogue. Here we go. How many times must you torture me? Well, it's been 4 times so far, and we're gonna go for 5. Ah!
I don't want anyone making choices for me.
Fuck yeah. You tell him. I'm gonna repair this real quick.
Run down the mountain. I want you all gone. Taking back this town right now.
Because ultimately what the, like, red flowers and the horror meters are doing is it's corrupting her view of the world around her. So this is her taking that back. I get with the corruption of Spider Lily's death of her memories. Yeah, hell yeah. Yokon. In darkness blooms the spider lily. From mortal husk, I rise anew. Do I have anything to enshrine? I do have a kudzu tea on me. And an inari sushi. But I can't draw any omamori, so the faith is just gonna sit in my fucking inventory until I find more Emma. Blah. What are you going to spend 7,000 faith on? Fuck if I know. Okay, where am I? I need to go this way. I need to not go this way, actually. This is not the direction I should be going. Can't get it to Annie to level up. Nope. Ah, beans. It's a good thing I picked up that Yokon. Fuck! Fucking bike, really? I can't believe that bike fucked me up so bad. Man, fuck bikes. Yokon, more like yo can't hit anything. More like Yokon watch.
My world. Are you not satisfied? No matter what you try to do, your tricks won't work on me.
Yokon gets dick. True. Is this door open? No, it's not. Okay. I was wondering.
Who's behind this? I'm going to make them suffer.
That is a question. Is there someone else who's ultimately behind this? What if Junko is the ultimate villain? Oh, fuck. Into shrine, straight up Yokon it. And by it, well, haha, let's just say, my peanuts. Anyway. Fuck! Finch. Okay, she doesn't have peanuts. Peanuts are not native to 1960s Japan. Well, skill issue. Ah, hell. Okay. Jogo Ultimate Villain? We already have Rinko. True. But consider the Danganronpa series. Whoa! Consider that she's already soup. She's not really soup. It's just my perception of her that's soup.
Corruption spreading. I have to hurry.
Oh. Huh. She's very super coated. Ah, yes, Dinglerumpus. Spicy soup. She's a super villain. I have Indian food I need to eat. You should go eat that. Eat some chicken tikka masala for me. God, I could fuck up some chicken tikka masala.
My life. My choices. My happiness. They're all mine. Mine!
It's Korma, I think. Korma for what? I haven't done anything. Anyway. Name, Shimizu Hinako. Last seen wearing colored uniform, colored skirt. Details of disappearance. Left home with wearing a...
It's no use. You can't get into my head.
Damn, she is not having it. This is gonna make the confrontation at the at Chizuruya really interesting.
It all started.
Okay. Glad we had this talk. Something's fucking coming for... No, wait, it's not. It's just the pustule popping. The fucking disgusting pus pile. Exploding. Nasty with it. Alright. Hey girl, hey. Everything feels more meaty this time. I'm pretty sure it was always this meaty.
Why do we always have to be treated like objects for them? My anger, my sadness, I pass them all on to you!
Hi, Junko.
I know that when you look at me, all you see is some dumb little girl. But I'm not just a pet to cuddle and keep happy. I would rather suffer than find my own way. That's happiness. That's how I want to live.
You feel no regret, do you? So you can vow to own this decision and not blame others, no matter what happens?
This is the choice that we made. But we will shape our own destiny. We have agonized over it enough and have made our choice. We will not be anybody's little puppet any longer.
Interesting. The fact that the basic structure of the game remains does at times feel like a bit of an odd choice. But, that being said, I kind of get it.
Oh my, she truly is a vision.
Fine feathers make fine birds.
Such a feeble bride.
Welcome. May you find peace in the days ahead.
Interesting. Well, the foxes hate her more. They're definitely a lot more, like, backhanded compliment-ish. Passy-gressy. Hey, bro. Hey, my bromide. The antlers. Why they got stalactites? Do antlers do that? Finally learned the symbolism of the wreaths. Traditionally, they're tree bows. Oh. Boughs? Tree boughs? When the bough breaks, the cradle will fall? Offering up sacred boughs to the altar together. Okay. They do kind of look like fucked up antlers, though. These are antlers because the ritual is fucked up. Ah. Yeah, I know. I've been taking a lot of screenshots and clips of Tomb Raider, so my online capacity is pretty full.
Now say your farewells. I sincerely hope you find happiness. Truly.
Hold on, I'm trying to see if I can... I can just... Come on. Come on. Oop. Damn. Hold on. Trying to see if I can... I need more games to have just photo modes. Because this shit is tough to finagle. Yeah, that'll work. Oh, that actually might work a little bit better. Hold on. Yeah, calm down. There we go. I just need something to use for the...
It's beautiful.
Gotta get the thumbnail, yeah. This is why I gotta stick to only using one screenshot for the thumbnail, because then I start doing shit like this. Okay, what do you have to say to me? Play with me forever. That's new. Oh. Ow. Rude, first off. Come play with us, honey.
Get in my way.
Hinako. Forever and ever. I feel like something's lost if you with like the creepy Shining twins, if you just assume they're creepy because they're twins and not because when they have their come play with us Danny moment, it's intercut with their like gruesome murder scene.
Yes. decision.
Is it? Damn. It's broken, nothing inside. Is it supposed to be about Sakuko? Oh, fuck. Is that commentary on Sakuko herself? Fuck. It's a pretty looking game. I remember this was something that they were kind of setting out for with this game, is just like beauty and horror. Which, like, who golly gee whiz did they ever capture that concept? Oh, a kudzu tea right here. Let me just, I don't need a first aid kit. I'm good. Do the gods really need kudzu tea at this point? You don't know? I am the only one who truly cares about Shimizu Hinako's happiness. Is the doll a manifestation of Shu? And like the influence of the White Claudia? Her dress is like red and white, like the capsules he's been giving her.
Go home. The world is celebrating me. I should go see my parents.
I don't know how much of an explanation we're gonna get by the end of this. Anyways, the doll could mean nothing, but it could also mean everything. As you know. So is the Tsukumogami boss just a FNAF reference? Absolutely not. Never say that again. Ban Kale for 10,000 years. No, I'm kidding. It's a joke. That's a joke. That's a joke. If you dare submit to the foxes, I shall curse you. I shall curse you. Ooh, I'm gonna get you. Ooh, I'm gonna curse you. Ooh, look out, I'm gonna curse ya. Hee hee. it is ultimately just another force that's trying to make her decisions for her. She being consumed by the evil spirits. Is this the bite of 87? Partner. Fuck off. Oh, I'm just gonna slurp you up real quick.
Almost there. Almost home.
I bring this gift for you. Plum, 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 plum. I don't know, I think Little Drummer Boy is a pretty garbage tier Christmas song. Right up there with Dominic the Donkey. Hi, Mom and Dad.
Hinako. Our beautiful girl.
So if these are intended to be like twisted versions,
Come on, dear. Look at her.
rather than her legitimate parents.
This isn't your home anymore. Even if you come back alone, I won't expect to be let inside.
Anyways. Alright, listen up, doll. I don't trust you. Everybody out here trying to make my decisions for me. I'll be making my own decisions from here on out, okay? Sword. Don't trust anyone, not even yourself. Which is, on some level, actually kind of literal in Hinako's case.
The Shimanao are twisted. Just like me. I need to keep moving. I can't stop now.
Welcome to my twisted mind. Welcome to my twisted wonderland. Shut up.
Who are you? Why are you trying to control me?
Asking the real questions. Oh, hold on. I've got another stack of Yokon to fill out. That's fine. Not getting a real answer. Aw, yeah, that's the Silent Hill experience. Oh, fuck.
You won't let me pass? You asked for it. Get out.
Vabbè. Arare. Kudzuti. The gods could always use more kudzuti. Some minor Japanese deity is up there and like...
I won't let things go your way. I figured it out. I know what it is that I'm after.
The world beyond is just like sitting there minding their own business, and suddenly like a fucking bottle of kudzu tea falls out of the sky and just spills all over them. Just like, God damn it, not again.
Stay out of my way.
Ah, beans. Girl, recover.
This is it. No turning back now.
The final battle. Uh-huh. To ride a carcass. I think I should be alright. I don't know, I've gotten pretty good at this sort of thing. This is the final battle. No messing with all more. I should save. Oh, please don't be locked. Fuck my life. Okay. It's fine. I'll be alright. What's the worst that could happen? There's another one in here. We're okay.
Let's do this. Shimizu Hinako.
Kitchen knife. I am going to take this first aid kit. I knew this was here the whole time. It's fine. This was my plan all along. And no, I don't need to mess with Omamori. Whatever I have right now seems to be doing a good job keeping me going. What's the worst that could happen? I mean, it's Silent Hill. It'd take that as a challenge. It's fine. What's the worst they could possibly throw at me? A gun. God, in Japan? Yeah, probably. I'd have no counter to that. Fog monster with a gun, yes. Hey, Junko. I've kind of been through it.
Hinako. Are you Hinako?
Junko. You and me. Everyone. Someone is toying with all of us.
What do you mean?
One of them wants to marry me off. The other one wants to stop the wedding. This whole time, they've been pitting me against myself.
But that's...
It's been an awful, agonizing ordeal. But I think I get it now. Everyone is always pressuring us, rushing us, forcing us. But these are battles that we both have to fight.
This is interesting. This is very different from how these confrontations have gone in previous playthroughs.
I'm sorry, Junko. I'm sorry. Mom and Dad, I know. I've been a terrible daughter. But if you truly want nothing more than for me to be happy, then please, let me do this.
She's letting her. Junko's usually pretty aggro at this point, so this is an interesting twist.
This is my decision to make. I'll never be just some puppet to be toyed with and tossed aside. Never!
Oh. Hey.
Why must we fight to the death just for one of us to survive this nightmare? Why do we have to bleed just to begin seeing eye to eye?
Uh-oh. They're literally being puppeted. Oh.
For eons, all this rage and spite festered within me, and to this day smolder yet.
You insignificant wretch. Such rubbish means nothing to me.
Hinako, what is this?
Kotoyuki!
Once in a blue moon, humankind produces an extraordinary girl who is blessed with divine power. Upon her birth, a spell is placed on our clan's successor that stirs within him a desperate desire to go and seek out that extraordinary girl and make her his wife.
What are you?
In the past, we relied on our cunning, seducing our brides with clever deceits. But this generation's heir...
Oh.
Failing to charm his bride to be demonstrates what an inexperienced failure he is.
Kotoyuki, no. He just... all he wanted was for us to get married and be happy together. He tried so hard. He was alone. All that time. Don't laugh! Don't you dare laugh at him! What he suffered, you will never understand! You monster!
Let's fucking go! Defeat the gods!
At first, he wasn't interested at all. As I got to know him better, I realized I had to think just as long and hard as he did.
Wait, hold on. Gods? Oh.
No matter how kind he is now, he might someday become like my father. Don't laugh! The only one who
Okay.
can laugh at me
That was pretty good.
is my future self!
Fuck. Ow. That's fine. This is dope as fuck. One second. Okay, I'm good. Get back here, you! Think you're so fucking cool, and you kind of are. Let's swap it.
My struggles are more serious. My doubt consumes me. We're unsure of whether or not we have the courage to spread our wings and overcome it all.
Ow. Oh! Okay, rude, first off. Oh boy. Right as rain, bitch. Okay, that's it. You asked for it. I'm pulling out the kitchen knives. Oh boy. Damn, okay, unnecessary. One second, I'm just gonna... Oh, shit. Okay, I feel good now.
If you really want to marry me, then know this.
No one, and I mean no one, laughs at Kota Yuki.
I don't know what our futures will look like. But no matter what we choose in the end, we will face it. And if we don't agonize over that decision, then it won't matter what we choose.
This is the coolest fucking final boss in a Silent Hill game, I gotta say.
Just let us think. Think over our lives in silence. We don't need your meddling. This is our struggle. Ours and only ours. Do not get to toy with us.
You're conveniently within stabbing range now, motherfucker! Oh, I'm also conveniently in stabbing range. One second. I just gotta... Okay, we're good. Thought you were fucking slick, bitch.
Sorry. I'll make sure to perform the last rites.
Are you two okay?
Okay, so you see both of us then.
Hurry! In here!
Is that not the final boss? Is there more? Oh, okay. Okay.
I am deeply sorry. He has had much to drink for his first wedding in many moons. He is normally so kind.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Just leave this matter to me for now.
Kotoyuki, you could,
Apologies. While I tried to give you everything, I failed to realize what you desire most. Now I know. We both share the same desires.
Kotoyuki is such a cool guy.
I want to know whether my love for you is more than the mere whim of a spell.
What a nice guy. I appreciate him, actually. He's doing a good job. Should we do something about that, or...?
Please leave.
The smile.
if the love you have for us was real, I hope that we can meet again. I'll think it through, slowly and carefully. We'll have our answer ready.
Does that count as polyamory? What? I feel like I still have questions. That was good as hell. What a fucking cool-ass boss fight. There is usually a credit scene, yeah. That kind of reminded me of the Fatal Frame 5 boss fight, where you have to swap between, or where like it swaps between like it's like sunset and midnight or something. I do like how this ending gave so many answers to things like the parents, the gods pulling the strings on both sides. If that's what happened, like I don't know. Where was Shu in all this? What were you doing, man? You might have been dead. How much was metaphorical? How much was literal? This song bucks! Hinako said, he, myself, and I are enough, and we don't need no Shu. Well, they better hope there's no broken glass on the road to love. Otherwise, they're gonna wish they had at least one shoe. Was this the true ending? Yes. Can I pause this? No, I can't. There's only a button to skip. We'll discuss it in a little bit here. So where does the water dragon fit into all this? I think it is important to acknowledge that each god was defeated by the hinako they were trying to control. Oh, okay. Letter from Kotayuki. The days have grown warmer where I am. What is it like in Ebisugaoka? I can still recall the startling beauty of dandelions peeking out through cracks in stone walls. I would like to express my appreciation for the letter you sent me. It was quite enlightening. I will follow in your footsteps and start by simply trying to enjoy life. As per your recommendation, I purchased sauce-flavored senbei for the first time just the other day. I must have been quite a sight to see, a man dressed in a suit buying cheap rice crackers and eating them with children outside the candy store. The children laughed when they saw me, saying that real grown-ups don't buy such cheap snacks. And so I explained to them how I wasn't able to eat many treats as a child, which is why I'm eating them now. When they heard that, they began swarming around me and telling me all the different delicious ways you can eat sauce-flavored senbei. Though I must say, I was taken aback when a child suggested I try putting strawberry jam on it. Imagine such a scene, a full-grown man eating snacks with children. While I was rather embarrassed, I felt like I had regained part of my lost childhood. I intend to become reacquainted with my inner child, discover my own dreams, and live life to the fullest. And once I have done so, I hope to reevaluate my feelings for you. Oh? Wife arm. Oh, they're just kind of hanging out together. How nice.
So, what should we do about our future? Kotayuki gave me...
Oh, hey, your face grew back.
An idea. He grew to love someone deeply. To do anything. Everything he could for them. I want to live a life that full of passion, of purpose, to pour my whole heart into things. To live with such passion that I might actually propose to Kotayuki when I'm ready. I also want to pour my heart into something. Not sure what yet, though. Very specific.
So are there two Hinakos running around? Probably not.
It's quiet here, isn't it? No one to tell us what to do or bother us. It's nice. Just the two of us. Yeah. Just the two of us. To decide where to go.
This strikes me as metaphorical. Because remember, Shu dosed her up with all those all that White Claudia so that she could talk to
I don't
herself,
think
basically.
it's ever been this quiet in Ebisugaoka. It's really beautiful. And it is all ours. Our silent Ebisugaoka. Together.
It's about self-love, innit? So then what happened to Junko? Lots of tags in this ending. Oh, man. Good game. It is a little odd that, like, Shu doesn't play into this particular ending at all, in any way, considering he was present for the other two. I just noticed one of your tags is first playthrough, yet this is like new game plus. I mean, it's my first time doing... No, listen. That's intentional. Because I'm still seeing a lot of this stuff for the first time. This is still technically my first playthrough of the game. I kept it there on purpose. Genuinely. Yeah, all built up to the true ending in the end. Imagine it's Hinako just wailing on guitar with her waifu arm. I open my eyes and swaying to the music in your avatar. It's doing the exact same thing. Yeah. Yeah. Them claws will make an adequate pick. This is peaking the audio, by the way. I don't know if you could notice. Butterfly Farm on the drums. Shout out to my boy Shu on the Glockenspiel. Good game. Now, is there anything after the second credits? Oh! Achievement. Ebi Sugauka in silence. We need to talk about our future. Good news, I can do New Game Plus again. So we can just go straight into the UFO ending next time. I don't have to worry about getting the brooch again. Oh, that's nice. Alright, so that is going to be it for today. I want to thank everybody for coming by the stream. I hope you all had a good time. I know I did. If you enjoyed the stream, you can subscribe here on Twitch. We have special emotes for subscribers. You can also follow me on Blue Sky and Tumblr at AcidXShark. That's AcidXShark, where I post all the streams as they happen. Or you can follow me on YouTube at AcidXShark, where I post all the streams after they happen. Art for the stream was done by Audrey and B of Team Catple, who you can find on Blue Sky, Twitch, Tumblr, YouTube, and VGen at Team Catple. That's TEAMCATPLE. Don't email them. Once they're open for commissions, use the VGen. That's what it's there for. VTuber was done by Teva, who you can find on Blue Sky at Teva Meow. That's TEVAMEOW, with rigging by V747, who you can find on Patreon. Upcoming streams. To close out 2025, we have another Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringer stream tomorrow, where we might finish 5.3? I think it's going to depend on how early I start and how long I end up running for, but we might finish 5.3. It would be nice to finish 5.3, just as like a sort of like cap off to our year of Final Fantasy XIV. Next Tuesday, I will be starting just before the end of the year. We're going to be starting our playthrough of the 2009 Ghostbusters game, which I'm very excited for, but I'm not looking forward to how many copyright claims I'm going to get for that. But it's a fun game, so it'll be worth it. And then, next Thursday, the Xbox One? Yeah. Next Thursday will be our New Year's Day special, where I have a game that I am planning to play from beginning to end. And I'm gonna announce that on New Year's Eve, so keep an eye out. What else? And then next Friday, our second stream of the new year, we will be starting in on Silent Hill F's UFO ending. But yeah, so that's what you have to look forward to, and I hope you're able to tune in for it. Let me just take a quick look to grumbles, just mumble. Machine 17. Our good buddy Machine 17 is playing Final Fantasy Dissidia Duodecim. So we're gonna go ahead and raid on over to him. Oh, thank you. I thought I did very good, and that was a really fun final boss. Let's just go ahead No, that's not how you spell raid. Machine 17. And I will see you next time on the Shark Stream. Same shark time, same shark channel. Take care, everybody.